Step number 1, put any social account in here. Step number 2, click on scrape and boom, we got their 50 most recent posts with all the information. And if you could do this for X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and newsletters, do you think it would help you go viral on social media faster? Well, if so, I'm going to show you how to set this up step by step. Even if you never set up an automation before, even if you don't have any money to start, you can get this set up in minutes. But if you don't have 5 minutes to watch this, you're probably not gonna make it, because there are some mistakes that I want you to avoid at all costs. So we're gonna set this up in 3 easy steps. But before that, if you want to duplicate my Airtable base, you can get access for free by going to the school community, clicking the classroom, copy my automations and agents, and finding the social scraper agent right here with all the download links and resources. And if you have any technical setup problems whatsoever, we'll happily hop on a call with you and set it up for you. Get access for free in the description. But now let's get started with step number 1, Airtable. As you can see, this is the base where we have all the different profiles and the results that we get by just clicking on scrape in this button. For example, we can hop over to the X results, and in just a couple seconds, you see it gets automatically updated. We can even do more, like, for example, let's do Rowan Chung, another amazing AI Twitter creator, and we get the results here in just a couple of seconds. This is really important because you will know exactly what is going on in your niche, and by seeing the impressions and how popular it is proof that this is important, which is incredible if you're a content creator. But even for people creating apps, you can find real audience sentiments, create an app for it, and it hopefully gets a lot more engaging than if you are just guessing what to make next. But if you're a complete beginner to automations and agents, I want to tell you why we're using Airtable in comparison to, for example, Google Sheets. So when I first started with automation to rewrite it, and the last thing that you need to do is to actually connect the webhook that is right here to make.com. So if we go in here, you can see that everything is triggered by this webhook right here. And if I were to set up a new webhook from a complete new automation, I would just add a custom webhook like this. I would add a new webhook. I'll click on save. I'll copy the address, go back to the social scraper, select everything all the way to the question mark right here, then click on paste. And just like that, you can trigger any automation that you want with just a click of a button. Isn't that cool? So you're now able to set up an Airtable base, and you're able to create a trigger AI agent. In a minute, I'll show you exactly what we're going to trigger and how we get all the data from all the different social media platforms. But before that, let's jump to step number 2, Apify. As you can see, this is the platform we're using for web scraping, and one of the biggest reasons is that you get a lot of generations or scrapes for free. But even more importantly, they have so many actors that allows you to scrape basically anything from all of social media to e-commerce sites, Facebook ad library, and a lot more. Before I found Apify, I basically didn't have any. Take a screenshot of this JSON override here that allows us to customize it. For example, the URL of the profile we want to scrape, the number of days that we want to scrape, and these are some other variables that we can choose to include or not include, and then we click on save. That starts to run that Apify scraper. Then we wait a little bit to get the dataset items. When it's finished, it's going to give the default dataset idea from this module. It's going to give us clean data transformation, the JSON format with a limit of 300. Lastly, we just have to create a record. So here we just connect to our Airtable base. We click on the table that we actually wanted to have the output. You see the fire icon is the results page. The profile icon or the head is the profile page. Then we just add all the things that we need from the Apify dataset into our Airtable base, like the text, share count, bookmarks, comments, likes, views, and the URL, and we click on save. Now, if we click on run once, we can see that nothing happens, and that's because this is a trigger agent. We go back to the Airtable. As you can see, we have last X days, and if I click on this, I'll hold Control click, by the way, if you want to just open in the top. As you can see, it runs through the Apify here. We have already selected the parameters that it's going to do. It takes a little bit of time for it to run, and if we hop back into the Airtable base again in the fire emoji, you can see we got 10 videos here on TikTok from Alex Hermosi, where this one definitely got a lot more impressions than others, where we can easily open the description here. We have the URL itself to the TikTok video if you actually want to watch it. You even have the duration of the video, and you might see that we have an additional button here that allows us to transcribe the video itself. This is as easy as setting up a new button that triggers a new workflow in Make that allows us to get the transcript. So we get even more data seeing all the input that went into the TikTok algorithm, and we also get all of the output that came from the algorithm as well, in the sense of views, likes, and shares. And since you know how trigger agents work now, you can easily make another button by duplicating the field, call it something like ChatGPT rewrite, then set up a simple automation just like this that takes the transcript. You put a prompt in there to create it into other type of social content or whatever you want ChatGPT to do for you. Click the button again and you get the ChatGPT output right here. And once you start getting more advanced, you can do things like turning a website into a YouTube short script, to create the voiceover in my voice, to turn the script into images, then turning those images into actual videos with Kling, just like this. So subscribe to the channel to learn more about this. So I've shown you how to use Airtable to create trigger agents, Apify to scrape